What's up, everybody? The Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 5.0.1. Today we have a clan war match of the clan Rogue against the clan NF, which stands for Nubile Films. So, I guess that's that. And it's, of course, the map Buckland. So today we have our first player, Rogue Bushit. Of course, everyone knows who Bushit is. It's Angmar there. But he's Rogue Boo as his thing there. We'll call him Bushit, of course. DreadReapr is Mordor in the bottom right there. And they're both part of the Rogue clan. The other clan, of course, is DJParson in NF clan. And his ally for this match is Sweboy #QT liver or something. I'm just gonna call him Mod because that's what he normally goes by. So I don't know what kind of mess of words that is, but I'm not going to try to say it. So there you go. He'll be Mod for this cast. So we have Mod and DJParson versus Bushit and DreadReapr. Two men of the West on one side and a Mordor and Angmar on the other side. Interesting. Alright. So Mod's going for a barracks opening. So nothing fancy there, no cavalry or anything on that side. Same for DJParson. It's a pretty safe start. Both of them probably going to go for the Gondor or soldiers rather. Yep, indeed they are. See what Bushit's going for. Bushit's going for Hall of what the fuck is this called again? Hall of the King's Men. Yeah, that's right. And he's getting his first thrall on the field, and he'll be sending it out. He could send it at the enemy base, or he could send it here and claim the outpost or knock it down. Whatever he chooses to do. Looks like he's choosing not to actually purchase anything as of yet for the thrall. And of course his ally, who's his ally again? DreadReapr, of course. Has 2 orc pits, getting orc warrior spam going, and he'll begin sending them out. Actually, with the orcs, he can send one to the center if he wanted to, and then one to attack the base of DJParson. But yeah, I'm hoping this game is good. It was recommended to me, so I'm hoping it's not dog shit, as always. You know. I'm sure it's going to be pretty good, because all these players are pretty decent. Alright, looks like Bushit has gone for Spearmen, Rudar Spearmen, which of course are better against destroying farms and buildings than the Orc Warrior guys you can summon. But of course they're not going to be very effective against fighting these Gondor soldiers, so he will have to keep running and running. It looks like DreadReapr going for the farm here. He will take this farm. DJParson will be down 1 farm, so that'll be a very nice pickup for him. DJParson, of course, is assaulting the base there, being fended off by Orc Archers, though, and Orc Warriors. Definitely good to have Orc Archers on the field when you're going up against a lot of soldier spam that you're going to be facing from the Men of the West. Looks like Bushit threw down a thing to save his builder, of course. He's building wall hubs all over the place. Better to be safe than sorry. He does have a battalion of Gundabad warriors as well as Rudar Axlors. Has anyone claimed the center yet? Not yet. Looks like both Men of the West players have a battalion here. So Mod and DJParson looking to claim the outpost. Looks like Mod is going to claim the outpost. Very nice indeed. So hopefully he can hold that for a while and get as much resources off it as possible. Although he will be overwhelmed here very shortly, undoubtedly. DreadReapr now has 2 battalions of Orc Archers, as well as a lot of Orc Warriors on the field. He's got 3 Orc Pits pumping out Orcs, as well as a Harrogen Palace for Easterlings. So very nice. It's going to get difficult for the Men of the West to do any damage, although he is sending a lot more guys, so potentially not. And he has actually got some Gondor Knights. So DJParson has the potential to do good damage until these Easterlings get out on the field. And we already have Black Numenorians for Bushit. Black Numenorians and Axlor is a very strong combo. Black Numenorians, of course, absolutely destroy these guys. The Gondor soldiers. These tier 2 swordsmen are much stronger. Look at that. They attack so quick. And they do a lot of damage. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. And of course, in aggressive stance, they just carve their way through things. Very good. There's the Gondor Knights from DJParson. Being chased by Easterlings. He probably won't be able to stop for very long, but he can, of course, get a lot of good tramples off on these Orc Warriors and Archers while the Eastlings are out of position. As I'm sure he has already done with some of these. Mod defending off Bushit's attack here, trying to save his farms and whatnot. And pushing these Exors back. Meanwhile, Bushit pushing in with a little army. Is that a Bushit builder? It is indeed. Does Bushit realize he's sending a builder with him? Probably, but maybe not. It's Bushit, who knows? I wouldn't put it against him. Alright. Mod has 2 battalions of soldiers cleaning up there. Very good. Easy stuff for him. Is he going to get this? I don't... he might. No, he won't. There's enough there to clean up that, I think. And the force of Mordor is growing. He's actually got a pretty sizable force, I'd say. DreadReapr definitely getting the guys on the field. He's got a couple of battalions of Easterlings as well as a couple of battalions of Archers and just Orcs to fill the ranks. Soak up damage and whatnot. Bushit actually has a battalion of Buckland over here. Helping defend the farm of his ally, apparently. Or what have you. And they are, of course, regenerating as well. They do have level 2, and they do have that charge ability, which is nice. Mod go for an attack on Bushit's base now. Looks like he'll probably get that mill there, as well as this mill, because there's no one near him to stop him. Bushit has gone for Morgamir as his first hero. Morgamir, of course, is very good. I'd say Morgamir is probably the best hero he could have gone for against the Men of the West. Once he gets the Dread Visage, it'll help immensely, as well as his powers are just pretty damn good. So we'll see that come into effect very shortly, I'm sure. We'll start leveling up and kicking ass, taking names, as usually Morgamir does. Thunder Knight's getting a nice run through there. So it's just a few Orcs. Not doing too much damage. Killing a few Orc Warriors isn't really anything to cheer about, quite frankly. Because there will be more on the field before you know it. Mod going for an attack here. He's being chased by a lot of guys. Maybe one might say an excessive amount of troops for that number of attack. But whatever. Better safe than sorry, I guess. And DreadReapr still pushing in on DJParson, and looks like these are mods here. And there is Morgamir being brought out into the attack range here. Bushit leaving his hero in aggressive stance, because that's what pros do. Of course, he doesn't really need to be in aggressive stance because he can already one-shot archers, but you know, it makes him more aggressive. Right. Looks like 2 battalions of Gondor Knights from DJParson. Did you manage to get that farm? Actually, that's 3 battalions. Well, excuse me. One of them, though, running mostly into those pikes and losing pretty much all of them. So, I think we can safely say there's 2 battalions of Gondor Knights there. He can save these ones, though. If he builds a well, of course. So, he has done so. You can go back and heal them up and not have to spend another 500 resources just to build a damn battalion of horses again. Which is good. Something you always want to do with your cavalry. Always have a well or a hearth if you can. Because it saves you a lot of money and a lot of time in the long run. Of course, they'll level up as well. Higher level cavalry you have, the better they are. Pretty straightforward, so might as well save them if you can. Let's take a look at Bushit's army here. Mainly focusing on Black Númenóreans for the time being, and Rudar Spearmen. He's got 3 Hall of the King's Men. Continue to get his stuff there. Get some beacons. No idea why. Maybe he wants to combine their armies. Move in with him? I don't know. Maybe he wants to move in and war chant all of them? I don't know. I can't say, to be honest. Only they can tell what they're saying to each other, because there's no chat in replays. The hobbits have been summoned by Mod. He has, of course, used the Vial of Galadriel. Very good. If he didn't use the Vial of Galadriel, I'll just immediately close the replay, of course. Because, right. Bushit's army should do fairly well here, although his Black Númenóreans will fall fairly quickly to the Sicilian Rangers. so maybe he won't actually get very far. They're tanking the aerials fairly nicely, but of course they're dying fairly quickly as well. Not getting much done in the process. Looks like DJParson go for an attack here on DreadReapr. He'll at least get the slaughterhouse. The archers of Mod are doing nothing over here. They probably should be helping out, but they are currently not. So that's not ideal. Hopefully he figures that out. There we go. By the time he has figured it out, pretty much all of DJParson's guys are dead. I know Mod is busy elsewhere. That's probably why he didn't do that. He's got guys over here. He's got guys over here. He's got guys over here. It's understandable that he didn't see these weren't attacking. Now he does need to pull them back, though. Mordor and his army are going to have a field day. And indeed they will. Mordor is up to level 4 already. He's leveling up quick. DJParson's going for an attack on bushit here. Looks like. With the cavalry. Although there are a bunch of spearmen en route, so he needs to get the hell out of there quickly. Meanwhile, Mod is pushing in with a decent amount of troops. I mean, it's not a decent amount of troops. Decent composition of troops, I should say. Ah, there's the fell wind. That's going to absolutely wreck him with the white summon as well. Actually, he gets the cavalry in there as well. Very nice. That was a good fell wind by bushit. And that will pretty much obliterate those both of those armies there. DreadReapr fending off this cavalry attack here as well. Looks like the majority of them have died, if not all of them. We got a lot of stuff going over here. DreadReapr going for a big attack on DJParson now. Bushit sending his hero to help his ally as well. Of course, he can use the Morgul Blade as well to turn some guys into whites. Ooh, there goes an arrow volley. That's going to do some damage. That must have been a long shot. That was indeed a long shot. Arrow volley would have killed an orc, regardless of how many buffs they have. Arrow volley, though, if they have the buffs, they will live. It looks like Mordor will walk away as a pincushion. Because fuck that noise, I'm sure. He doesn't want to die there. Die alone. DreadReapr has a new army, though. So Dread can tank for Mordor. Morgmir's debuff Dread Visage is really helping out as well, making these orcs a lot stronger than they normally be. Looks like somebody's using sorcerers. Bushit is indeed using sorcerer power, using the fell strength to drain the strength of his enemies and buff his own army. Looks like he got it pretty nicely as well, buffing his entire army. And there's a nice Rohirrim summon from DJParson, it looks like, helping out his ally on this side, absolutely destroying what's there. And then going for an attack on Bushit's base. Nice call there, because Mod can definitely hold off, I'd say, right here. Possibly. Yeah, with the Athelian Rangers coming out, he'll definitely be able to hold. Undoubtedly. He's doing well in farms, he's got enough. No players really being ravaged farm-wise. Each team is picking up farms here and there, but no team is really getting absolutely decimated, which really makes for a good game, actually. If all teams can fund armies, they can all keep clashing and going at it, which is quite enjoyable to watch, I would say. And it looks like DreadReapr is going for lumber mills, which is definitely what you want to do. Lumber mill spam makes you win games. It's so ridiculous. The amount of money you can get from lumber mills. Of course, he has industry as well, which is going to help immensely. And DreadReapr has also brought out the Mouth of Sauron, which will help also. Ooh, looks like DJParson has himself a Faramir up to level 2. Faramir is a great hero. Wounding Arrow sucks balls, but other than that, Faramir is pretty useful. So he'll be doing some damage there. Mouth of Sauron will be leveling up as well. And looks like Bushit and his Morgulmir are being brought back in. Bushit's Morgulmir is leveling up fairly quickly. If this game goes on long enough, Morgulmir is going to be a monster. Because Morgulmir gets the Dark Glory, which Morgulmir and Dark Dunedain get 33% armor and damage. So he gives leadership to Black Númenóreans and Dark Rangers, which is pretty powerful, because normally you don't get a leadership for Angmar. And then, of course, he gets Ruin, I believe it's called, which pretty much is Gloin's Shake Foundation, but I think it might be stronger, because it's a level 10. It's quite good. It does a lot of damage to structures. So he gets very good late game. Oh, we got a long shot being thrown down by these guys here. Managing to pick off the Easterlings, it looks like. Bushit's men remain, though. The Dark Dunedain. Morgamir has crippled Faramir. Oh, this would be a perfect time for Gothmog to chew through Faramir while he's berserked. DreadReapr really needs to focus. I mean, he's clearing up the archers, though, so that's not really bad either. But he could have killed the hero. I'm not sure which would be more beneficial, to be honest. I guess probably he's making the right decision. Unfortunately, he won't finish the battalion, though. And they'll be left alive. They'll probably die, though, at some point, I'd imagine. Looks like Mod has been attacking the base of Bushit a bit. Didn't quite get that mill there. This one still stands as well. These Black Numenorians really are just really, really great. Oh, the Felwind Corpse Rain combo. Absolutely devastating. That is such an overpowered combo, it's ridiculous. Look how decimated Mod's army is. Just from a 5-point power and a battalion of sorcerers. They're ridiculous. If you can use Corpse Rain correctly as Angmar, then you will win games quite easily, I think. Especially when your enemies are clumping up. Ooh, this building, the slaughterhouse, level 3, on fire, very close to death, but it is got industry on it as well. He wants to keep that alive if he can. I think DreadReapr would actually benefit from doing Mumakil if he could afford it. Or Catapults even. Catapults would be useful. Black Riders would be great. Some kind of late game tier unit for his armies. Even Haradrim Archers would be pretty good. The Orc Archers are doing pretty good damage, but I mean Haradrim Archers are better. He could just even go for fire arrows at this point. He's got to be doing well on economy, so I would say why not. But he could also go for the Witch King or something as well. And there's another Fell Strength, buffing the army and debuffing the army. Very nice indeed. Gotta say, Bushit's doing quite well with his sorcerers. Sorcerer play, very nice indeed. Now I'd say Mod might be in a lot of trouble here. He's going for an attack here with 1 battalion, but that's... they might get that, but they'll be cleaned up by these Black Numenorians. Bushit has potential to do a lot of damage. Oh god, the Blight has been thrown down. Horrible power. Oh god, the humanity. And now there's an undead army at Mod's doorstep. And nothing he can do about it. And of course this will stay here for, I believe, 3 minutes, is it? I forget. Just doing poison damage. I believe the first 10 seconds is what turns into whites, and then like the following 3 minutes is just a little bit of poison damage over time to whatever stands on it. Not as crippling against the Men of the West. Their soldiers, like their Gondor soldiers, are tanky enough to come out and not die immediately, unlike Goblin Spam or something. This would shut down Goblins pretty hard when you throw it down on their barracks. But I'd still say Mod is in a lot of trouble. Bushit is doing very well over here. And I'd say DreadReapr is also doing fairly well over here. He's able to overwhelm his enemy with just lots of guys. Look at, he's got 2 full armies here. They're very focused on stopping this. Meanwhile, there's an even bigger army coming in the other side. He's going to lose a lot of his farms. Looks like one of them does have a marketplace, which of course benefits both of them. Looks like Mod has the marketplace. Of course, it's 12% from all farms for you and any Men of the West ally on your team, which is quite handy. So if you got a lot of Men of the West players on the same team, it definitely benefits one of you to go for a marketplace. Hugely. And it looks like Mod actually has defended. Bushit having a smaller army right now. Looks like he hasn't been macroing as well as he could be. Or maybe not. I don't know. Sorcerer's at level 4. That of course will start regenerating, so he doesn't actually have to keep building sorcerers. They'll just regenerate. He can send them back into battle, and then they can sacrifice more acolytes to use their spells as they do. The well is taken out there. Very nice. That'll stop his troops from healing at least, I guess. That's something. White's being summoned in the archer line of Mod. That's going to be a bit brutal. Morgamir's in there as well. What level's Morgamir's up to? 8. He's getting close to 10. Not every day do you see a level 10 Morgrimir. And that'll be pretty good. Looks like he's going to go level him up on the farms of Mod, which is pretty smart. Oh, maybe not. Guess he wants to help his army, which is fair. I would too. He's going to pull back though. Mod is going for an attack here. He's got a small group of forces there. We do have Kumul out in the field. He made the right choice, of course. The one true Easterling. Kumul, the undead thing. Although he has Morgrimir as well, so I guess that works out. So he's got 2 fell beasts. He's gonna be a bit careful though. There's a lot of archers here for the Men of the West. Player DJParson. Although with that screech and a couple swoops, they are doing a lot of damage. Of course, they do have the Dread Visage as well. Well, do they? I'm seeing they're under the effect of it, but why? Oh, it must have been the doubt. Okay. I don't think Dread Visage actually works once they're mounted on the Fell Beast, because it doesn't actually show up on their power list. That would make sense. So it's either coming from Morgrimir, obviously, or the doubt from Mouth of Sauron. And we have Gothmog probably being recruited back out or healed up or whatever happened to him. But he's back. He's ready for action with his ugly ass face. He is level 6 as well, so he gets all his powers. Bush is going for a Corpse Rain. Oh yeah. Devastation. Very brutal. When you go up against a good Angmar player, it can be absolutely hard as nails to beat them. Especially when they're using sorcerers. So that is something Mod will have to keep enduring here. Nice Rohirrim charge. Some of these are actual Rohirrim, some of them aren't. So he does have a level 2 stables there. And it looks like the army of DreadReapr has been cleaned up and his heroes only remain. Of course, they're not going to be able to outrun the Rohirrim. So it looks like DreadReapr is going to lose both his heroes here. His Mouth of Sauron and Gothmog going to be cut down in their prime. Unfortunate. Such is the fate. Actually, Mouth of Sauron might get away here. Managing to get on his horse and ride. Will the Fell Beast be able to save him? Possibly. They should really swoop in for an attack. Or at least use Screech or something. Odd he would stop there. But this is going to allow the Fell Beast to have a field day. But not before trampling a shitload of orcs. And a few Easterlings here and there. Looks like DreadReapr does have a few arrow tires as well as the Morgul sorcery. Oh, he just actually got the Gorgo Spire Fireball. That could be nasty. I wonder where he's going to shoot that at. I guess we'll find out soon enough, maybe. Bushit's going for siege weapons. And he's also going for snow trolls, which are pretty good cavalry. Of course, if he can get the siege weapon up to the base of Mod, he's going to do pretty good damage. He can also use that, of course, against the archers fairly effectively. We have another Rohirrim summon here. He could actually use the Gorgo Spire, but they'll probably run before they all get hit, so I don't think that would be pointful? Probably not a word that I would use there, if that's even a word. That would be pointless. Put it that way. Pointful I don't think is a word. It might be. It is now. Mouth of Sauron's up to level 7. He does have his Evil Eye. So DreadReapr does have a fairly decent weapon to use. It's not super powered like in other patches, but it does pretty good damage. Should be. I think it might even finish off Faramir or get him really close to death if he's at that low life. Probably. Maybe. I don't actually know exactly how strong it is, to be honest. I just know it's pretty good. We've just got 2 battalions of snow trolls charging in. Oh wow, Mod's actually pushing back and forth here. Look how many archers he got. And look how little pikemen he has. Oh! I gotta admit, that was a bit of a fail. DreadReapr hit more of Bushit's troops than he did of the enemies. Although we do have an Army of the Dead summon. Who is this from? That would be from Mod. we do have... When was Rain of Fire used? I don't remember seeing a Rain of Fire happening. But apparently it did. Well, of course, we are getting to 25-point powers, which is great. Gotta love 25-point powers. So the army has been decimated, but I think DreadReapr will be just fine. And of course, the flying units won't be touched by the army of the dead, which is always good. But the men of the West have pushed back a bit. They were on the back foot for quite a while. Mod and DJParson, both. I think they've managed to rally out a bit and force their enemies back into their base somewhat. There's a spear throw from Angmar. It's not very effective against fell beasts or anything. Eowyn's is much, much stronger, of course, against the flying unit. There's the fire still. The smoldering ruins of a few archers remain in there. Nice. The Fellwind Corpse Ring combo once again, decimating the army of Mod. Although he still has a few guys here and there. Morgamir is up to level 9 now. I don't think we've seen any heroes from Mod, which is a bit curious, isn't it? I'm fairly certain I haven't seen any. He's even gone for a Faramir, which is kind of strange. Most players would go for a Faramir at least. Or maybe go for a Boromir or something. Oh, we have Worm Summon. Looks like he did a bunch of damage before dying. It's the problem when you don't hear... You can't hear the worm. I didn't hear it go off, so I didn't know it was there. What a pain. Anyway, DreadReapr will follow up that worm attack. He has a lot of orc archers with fire arrows here. Not a lot, I guess. 2 battalions. Ah, he's got Haradrim archers now. Of course, he doesn't really have enough pikes. If Angmar and the Rohirrim want to charge through these, they are very welcome to. Although the 1 battalion of pikes managed to get over there. Oh, there's 2 actually. There's 1 in here as well. Looks like that volley didn't do too much. Long shot, rather. Frodo using the Vial of Galadriel once again to scare away the enemies. And Kumul being used to fend off attacks on their farms, which is useful. Flying units are definitely great for that, because they can get to other places quickly. Oh, nice. Nice builder kill there for bushit. Carve through the builder like butter. Ooh, Tom Bombadil being summoned in. He's going to need to go. Split up his army. Very nice play by bushit, sending his guys all in different directions there. Getting away from Tom Bombadil. Although he did kill that battalion of thralls. Not a really huge loss, though, to be honest. Bushit's siege works is at level 1, so he hasn't gotten any of his upgrades yet. He could probably do with getting some of them. Because Black Numenoreans would be, of course, much stronger with armor and weapons. But he's doing pretty well without, so not necessarily needed. Could also go for, alternatively, more heroes or something. I don't know how well he's doing economy-wise. DJParson's at 74 of 525. His army is tiny. Almost non-existent. Mods is fairly sizable, 750. Limit there. Bushit, 404 to 750. They all have a 750 except for DreadReapr, actually. But of course his guys are cheaper and stuff, so he can have more anyway, regardless. While Morgamir's on the... He's teetering on the verge of level 10. Just needs a... Well, 1 more kill, apparently. He has Ruin. What will he do with said Ruin? There's the Avalanche. Did pretty good damage, actually. And there's the Ruin. Holy shit! Ruin just finished the fort outright. I didn't know it was that strong. Okay, it's much stronger than Gloin's Shatterhammer. Oh, man. Nice Blight into White combo. Blight to White Barrage. Well, that pretty much absolutely decimated DJParson, and I don't think he's going to be coming back from that anytime soon. DreadReapr, of course, will continue the assault until he is dead and buried his opponents. Hell, the whites might even finish him. Look how many whites there are. He's not really attacking anything, though. Is he going to try and get the builder? Oh, he might. That would be a great pickup for him if he could wreck the builder. They're not quick enough, though, unfortunately. There's Golem. In case anyone is interested. He does know the builder's there. I'd say he really should mount his Felbeast on and chase it down. You could shut him down for good. He knew he was there. He just needed to finish. Actually, no, I guess Angmar knew he was there. Bushit, that is. So, maybe DreadReapr didn't see it. But it looks like the builder... How are these still there? That must be a summon wipe, because they're lasting quite a while. Regardless, though, pretty much DJParson is dead, regardless if he can build a barracks over here or not. The might of Mordor and Angmar are going to slowly but surely tighten the noose and crush them to death. And it won't be pretty, let me assure you. Or it will be pretty. I guess it's all subjective to your personal taste. Personally, I think it's beautiful. Death! So much death. It's a beautiful thing. Or maybe not. Who knows? Alright, so they now will just have to wave assault Mod's base until they are crushed, really. This tower here will definitely help. It's in a very strategic position. You can also evil eye the tower. I don't know how effective it is, but it might take it down quicker. But once that tower's gone, it's not going to be pretty. Not going to be pretty at all. And of course, DJParson is losing the rest of his buildings here. DreadReapr going to finish up anything that remains in his old base. Not before a battalion of Rohirrim fly out, though. Fly out of the doors. Unfortunately, there's a flying unit there to take care of them. Ooh. Oh, the builder managed to save his life just in the nick of time. Very close. Surprised he didn't die. Of course, we see the power of ruin. It is... I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It ruins. It's devastating. So I guess it would absolutely just one-shot a barracks or any of these buildings. It would probably one-shot if it could take half the life of a fortress. That's pretty crazy. It was about half-life, whatever. DJParson has been defeated, of course. It seems he did not get a building built over here, or what have you, and all his buildings are gone. He probably just quit out, maybe. Or he died. Doesn't really matter, because either way, he was dead. And there you go. Mod has conceded, and it looks like the rogue team will take that victory. So, well played to all the players, of course, but of course to especially Bushit and DreadReapr for that victory. So that was pretty good. That was a good 2v2. Very nice. Definitely glad that one was recommended to me, because I thought it was a pretty good game. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well, and I will see you in the next cast of the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.2 version 5.0.1. See you all next time.